Welcome to Marco Island, Florida, a paradise nestled in the Gulf of Mexico. If you're considering moving to Marco Island and making it your new home, there are a few key things you need to know to make sure this move is as smooth as possible. I'm here to give you all the details before you start packing your bags. So stay tuned because I'm going to share everything I've learned in my 10 years of living here and my experience with buyers just like yourself. I recommend you subscribe to my channel. That way you are notified every time one of these videos comes out. So let's dive in. Florida, the sunshine state. We have appeal for our warm weather, our soft white sand beaches, and of course, no state income tax. It really does pull people in by the masses. As transplants, we grow disillusioned that this local lifestyle is what you would expect on a day-to-day basis. But vacation mode versus real life mode is very different. You guys, we do not live every day like we are at Disney or the beach. Do I love living here? Absolutely, hard yes. This video is simply just to warn you of the pitfalls so that you are prepared for everyday living versus vacation mode. Most recent Census Bureau data shared that Florida's population grew over 22 million people from July 21 to July 22. Do we have a moment for that? Wow. And believe me when I say we feel this growth. Street traffic has grown, and truly restaurants are still busy in what was historically our slow season in these summer months. So we are a very transient city. You will definitely meet the locals, those that were raised here, but more than likely, most residents are transplants from all over the US. So first things first, before you start packing and consider relocating here, it's essential you do your research and understand the pitfalls of homeownership in Southwest Florida. Be sure to work with a local real estate agent that does this as a career, not a hobby, so they understand the market and give you valuable guidance. The cost of homeowners insurance. While property taxes are lower than a lot of other states, we make up for that cost with our homeowners insurance. The majority of properties are located within a flood zone, and if you have a mortgage, you are therefore required to carry flood insurance. This is pricey. I will share that the majority of properties are purchased cash. Roughly 70% is the statistic that gets thrown around, and they have the option to self-insure. We're seeing this more and more as the cost of insurance has gone up dramatically over the last 2 or 3 years. And while we're talking about insurance, just throwing this out there, be prepared for your auto insurance to increase as well. Getting that Florida driver's license, and it's so exciting when you get your new Florida plates, but it's an instant trigger for your insurance in terms of premiums. Up next, let's talk about the weather. There is a reason Florida is known for our snowbirds. Seasonal residents who come to escape the cold of home up north come for our favorable warm temperatures in Florida. There is no doubt that Marco Island's winter months are perfection. Starting the morning with a sweatshirt, it just feels cozy. In general, the weather is comfortable. However, if you're relocating here on an annual basis, be prepared for the summer heat. It can be brutal. It becomes so hot that even the Gulf of Mexico or your pool feels like bathwater. There are times when you feel you just cannot cool off. People come to Florida for the warm weather without realizing how hot, and I mean really hot, it gets. Then let's throw in a little bit of humidity. Women, I'm talking to you. This hair is in a ponytail daily because it's too hot to keep it down. Now, island time, it's a real thing. In my first 2 years living here, the concept of island time was very hard to grasp. It takes time for your mind and body to truly slow down. There's an overall lack of urgency in how most businesses operate. I'm from Chicago, so there's something about that good old Midwest work ethic. I have not seen that translate here. Although with all the new residents, I've seen an increase in quality service providers that are bringing their trade businesses here. For example, HVAC and plumbing, they're bringing their Midwest work ethic with them. So I've seen an improvement, but overall, life still operates just a little bit slower here. So let's address the cost of living. Florida has repeatedly been named one of the least affordable states to live in. While unemployment is low, the income generated is often not sustainable for the overall cost of living. The cost of home prices and rent is high. So while we're known for lower property taxes, the reality is these taxes have increased with the increased assessed value of our current home market, making the overall cost of purchasing a home higher than traditionally expected. Now let's consider our geography. We're not close to major cities that have corporate hubs. and more competitive pay. So you can imagine why many retirees come here. Employment simply is not a concern for them. However, if you're younger or moving your family here, this is a real consideration. I find that most families either move here and start a business, there's a lot of opportunity to be had, or they have remote jobs offering flexibility. Either way, just be prepared in this department. Our island's economy is largely driven by tourism and hospitality. There are also opportunities in healthcare, education, professional services, especially in the medical field. Housing. There is a range of housing options, from beachfront condos to spacious single-family homes, with a vast range in pricing. The price range strongly varies based on being waterfront versus an inland home. And within each of these categories, we have several tiers. A good general statement would be just simply to point out the price per square foot. You get a whole lot less for your space. No basements, smaller homes that I swear are not built with closets like I grew up. A front hall closet, they just don't exist here. You guys, where are we supposed to put the vacuum? Garages are hot and humid, so some of our precious items can't be stored there in general. It's a change. It forces a massive purge. One of the biggest draws to Marco Island and Naples, Florida is its natural beauty and outdoor lifestyle. There is no shortage of ways to enjoy the beautiful outdoors. But with this beautiful tropical climate comes hurricanes and tropical storms, and there is no predicting how often or when they will hit. You simply just need to know it's a possibility. I have now lived here for 10 years and experienced 2 hurricanes. Hurricane season comes with a list of things you can do to prepare yourself and your home, and they are all easily managed if you are ahead of it. My biggest recommendation is to embrace the laid-back island lifestyle when moving to Marco Island. Take time to explore the local culture and cuisine and all of our community events, whether enjoying fresh seafood at a waterfront restaurant or attending Friday night fish fries at Residence Beach. There is always something to see and do in Marco. If I could share with you the biggest impact I feel living here, it was the quality time I spent with my children. I do not spend my days sitting in hours of traffic. I've replaced that time with actually being with my kids. All the public schools being so close on the island really does change how calm your day starts. How easy it is to be with your kids together after work. My children have a childhood of playing outside, the park, bike rides, full-blown beach days, or just sunsets at the beach, evenings at the pool, or playing pickleball. It's about the lifestyle and quality time together. If you found this video informative and want to follow along for more information on Marco Island and Southwest Florida real estate, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel. If you're considering making a move, call me, Devin Sweazy with Sotheby's Realty at 239-919-7400. Again, that's 239-919-7400. Thanks for watching, and check back for more updates.